So straight off the bat, we can see this is a ridiculously fast premium VPN. I mean, I'm easily pushing over 200 meg downstream, which is more than enough even for 8K streaming. And just to confirm that it's not a one-off or a fluke or anomaly, if I do that test again, we can see that my device can comfortably get 200 meg downstream. Now, as we can see with IPVanish, with some of their recent hardware upgrades, their network upgrades, and there's also a massive discount just for the next 2 weeks. So if you want the best features with the best speed with zero confirmed logging, you definitely want to watch the rest of this video. Now for the features, if I open up IPVanish, we can see that my VPN is already connected, and I will show you what this looks like on the Amazon devices as well. Now if I go over to settings, and let me give you guys a quick overview of these settings, because many people just pick a location, turn on the VPN, but they're really missing out on some of these cool features which they may not know. Now the very first thing we can see here where it says connect on Android startup, if I turn that on, that just means that as soon as my device turns on or reboots, it'll automatically connect to my VPN. And for many people who only use their device once the VPN is activated, this is a great option to use. Now the next one basically means that once you activate the VPN, can you still access devices on your home network? Now a real life example of that is because I use a NAS to store my movies and my other content, because that's a device on my network. If I don't turn this option on, that means that as soon as I activate the VPN, I can now no longer stream from my local NAS because of that secure tunnel. Because of that encryption, my device is now isolated. But if I turn this option on, which I've done here, that basically means that even when my VPN is running, I can still access other devices, other machines, other components on my home network. Now this also leads on to the split tunneling, where again, when you activate your VPN, maybe you only want to use your VPN for some applications, but not for others. Now a real life example of this is, let's say for example, I want to activate my VPN because I want to access USA Netflix. Now the trouble is, if I do that, and then if I want to open up BBC iPlayer, because BBC iPlayer is only for UK based IP addresses, when it detects that I've got my VPN running with a USA IP address, it throws up an error and it means I can't access the application anymore. Now in that example, I would click on this. And what I want to do here is choose any application which I want to carry on using without going through the VPN tunnel. So if we use that same example with BBC iPlayer, I can now tick on this, and that again means that even when my VPN is running, the BBC iPlayer will always go direct, bypassing the VPN. And of course you can apply that thing to any application in your list if you want it to bypass your VPN. So that's the split tunnel. Let's go back. And then you have the VPN protocol, and specifically the WireGuard protocol. And if you really are looking for the faster speeds, this is definitely the protocol you want to use. Here we are on my 4K firestick Max. Now for the Amazon devices, we can see that these settings are the same, but we also have an extra one for auto reconnect. Now this is quite important because, as you can imagine, on these lower power devices, especially some of the older Amazon devices, occasionally due to memory loss, or if your device is very busy, occasionally the VPN will drop. Now if that happens, you can tick this box, and this basically means that it will automatically reconnect. And now Scramble is also an interesting one, whereby certain ISPs are known to block VPN traffic. So if you do find that for whatever reason you can't make a connection to a VPN server, I would come and select this option, because this option will try to mask your activity a little bit more. So hopefully you can now make that VPN connection. That's Scramble. We also have the VPN protocol. Now on this particular device, I actually get better speeds using just OpenVPN, but again, depending on your network, your setup, I will definitely try WireGuard first, run a speed test, see if it's better for you. If not, you can go back to OpenVPN. The protocol by default it's set to TCP, but again, if you find that your speeds are not great, you can also try UDP. And lastly, the port. Now again, if you find that you can't make a connection to a VPN server, maybe your ISP is blocking your port or blocking your connection, again, you can try one of these other ports and see if that allows you to make that VPN connection. So very easy to use, lots of great options, but let me now show you that price. You can get $50 off the yearly plan, which works out as just over $3 a month, giving you total protection at maximum speed for unlimited devices. So doesn't matter if you have 5 Fire Sticks or 10 Android TVs, all devices covered, even your laptops, your tablets, Windows PCs, everything will be covered with a single license. You can then change your IP address, you can hide what you're doing so your ISP can't track you, they can't monitor you. To get that, I think this offer is definitely worthwhile checking out. You can also go for the 2-year plan, which works out as just under $3 a month. So it does help support the channel. So many thanks if you want to do that. Do have a look in the video description and the pinned comment if you want to take up this special offer. It is only for the next 2 weeks. Do leave me a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.